All right, this is it.
Here we go. Two of the top four seeds when we began this playoff journey have arrived at their championship moment. Each side earned a bye from a strong regular season. Each side won two playoff games to get here. Now, which side goes home with the ultimate trophy? The kickoff team is out there, and you can feel the energy. One game to determine the national championship. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. So Kentucky's offense comes on the field for the first time today. This is going to be a tremendous showdown. Strength versus strength. This quarterback's having a monster year, but this is a high-powered defense, the best he's seen. Can't wait to see what happens, Kirk.
Yeah, Chris, this is going to be what you really hope to see is this quarterback who can do it all. Can he deal with the intense pressure that this defense is going to put on him? Talking to the defensive coordinator this week, they feel that they can really rattle the quarterback by putting a lot of pressure on him, giving him a lot of different looks. Let's see how it plays out. It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
Second down play coming up. On the ground, it's Morgan. And this one goes nowhere, looking to get back to the line of scrimmage.
It's another good job here by this defense. And I think all the build-up and hype of the national championship, they really felt challenged. And right now they're winning the line of scrimmage. They've gotten this offense to a third down situation. Let's see if they can get off the field here to start the game.
It's a short completion of a big tight end. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Well, I've always said I think this quarterback all year long has been able to be as consistent as any quarterback in the country. And when you get the third down, you've got to trust that he's going to make the right decision and throw an accurate ball to give you a chance at a first down. There's another example of it right there.
This Kentucky offense is quickly moving down the field. Ball is handed off out of the shotgun.
Great offenses are able to stay ahead of the chains, and runs like that on first down are exactly what I'm talking about. Now you have a lot that you can call here on this second down.
He's running out of time here. Finding space at the 20. Touchdown, Kentucky. They draw first blood in this national title game. In a national championship game, you can't do a better job in setting the tone immediately.
Look, it's the biggest game of the year, so you got to bring your best. An opening drive, the offense right there just did that. That's how you get this thing started.
That was good block.
Kicking team out for the PAT try. PAT makes it 7-0. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out.
We only passed one.
Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away.
It's going to be high scoring.
And the return starts just inside the end zone. To be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. So Clemson's offense takes the field. The first chance we had to see them today. Let's check out the impact players in this game, guys that are going to have to step up and deliver. The teammates look to them. Coaches are counting on them today.
Chris, I think these are the guys that show the most consistency.
They got a lot of talent.
We're showcasing them, and they're going to have to be able to step up and not only make plays, I think provide the leadership. Coaches told us all week that these are the guys that really are unique within this program, and hopefully they play well today.
Second down after that completion. And they'll give it to the back. Going absolutely nowhere. That would be a loss of the play. So the offense faces a third and manageable here from the 25-yard line.
Well, if somebody talks about a play being blown up, this is a great example of that. That's Exhibit A for how to be physical on defense.
Grab down the middle. It's Wade. Tackle's made, but not before he makes the 43-yard line. This drive is going now. Clemson getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Lets it fly to the wideout. Oh, downfield catch made on the left side. We finally make the tackle all the way down to the 32.
Man, another big-time catch by a Clemson wide receiver. How long have you and I been saying that, it seems like, over the years? Going back to Sammy Watkins and DeAndre Hopkins and Mike Williams and Hunter Renfrow and T. Higgins, all those guys on the NFL having great careers. And now watching these players today in that same Clemson uniform making those big plays.
Snapping it from the red zone now, looking to throw. On the move now. Slides to avoid the big hit.
Well, that's just being crafty right here by this quarterback. It's not there. You pick up what you can and stay ahead of the chains. And who knows, do this enough, we'll have to start spying on this quarterback, which can open up some passing lanes that weren't there before.
Slams right into a hole. They got it for They convert here on 3rd down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play. Touchdown or field goal. Touchdown, Tigers. They begin to fight back here in this championship game.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All he had to do was get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
And here's the return from inside the 5. And the coverage team brings him down at the 26. Here comes the Kentucky offense back out there. The last drive, the ground game was so successful. Ended in a touchdown. We'll see if the defense can respond to it this time. From the shotgun, handoff inside. And he goes nowhere. Stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Well, the play is just blown up by the big fella in the middle. Could show some quickness for his size.
Yeah, we know about his power, but how about his ability to penetrate there? And that's the quickest way to blow up the run game, is that interior penetration. If you're able to break through the middle of that offensive line, then you can create a lot of havoc in the middle.
The short completion of the tight end. Heads out of bounds after a solid game.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. Quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
A gain makes it 2nd and medium. The shotgun handoff here. Tackle made, but the gain moves the ball to 30.
You know, all week, the defensive coordinator told us about the quarterback. He told us about the receivers and how they're going to throw the football. But, man, they better get locked in on stopping this run game because that was a big-time game.
Going absolutely nowhere with a loss of one.
Man, every defensive coordinator will tell you, I just want my guys to play fast. And how about that one right there? He almost ends up tackling the quarterback as he's handing the ball off. This offense is lucky they didn't end up fumbling.
7th play of the drive coming up, but it is 3rd down and long. Bringing pressure. Quick throw complete to the tight end. They make the tackle, but that's enough to set him up 1st down at the 15.
What's another huge gain for this guy? And I tell you what they're doing a good job of is moving him around. He's not aligning just in one spot where the defense has an idea of where he is to try to take him out of the game. They moved him around, giving him a chance to get some one-on-one matchups. Boy, is he taking advantage of that here in the first half of the national title.
Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Took contact on the throw. And the pass is incomplete just across the goal.
Well, there's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of the quarterback trying to throw a football. On this play, they end up flushing him out to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football. That's what led to this incompletion.
4th down. No punt. Out of field goal range. They're going for it.
Chris, this is somewhat of a surprise to me. These guys have been great on third down all year long, top 25 in the country, but just not enough on this one. You got to think they wish they could get that route back to run it past the sticks.
And looking to throw now on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Wade. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain.
They got a great defense.
Second down play coming up. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up third down.
Way on, big man.
Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Grab down the middle. It's Fuentes. Tackle made at the 23 as they gain some important breathing room. Wideouts now clustered. On first and 10, looking to throw. The sure hands. It's Fuentes. He's brought down quickly as short gain gets them a few yards closer to the mark. And we are deadlocked at the end of a fun, competitive first quarter. Let's check out the stats so far. Here we go, first play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Quick throw caught on the left side. Nowhere to run. No corralling for no gain. So ball to the 30. This is a manageable third down play for the offense.
Well, they're just fundamentally sound, right where you want to be after the completion. Nowhere to go after that kick.
And he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage. So hang on here. We've got a timeout as the coach wants the officials to take another look. He thinks he might have a shot at getting this overturned.
Well,
Not the news the coach was hoping to hear. He took a chance calling a timeout to get the replay. We'll see if that proves to be crucial. Clemson getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Quarterback drops back. Caught over the middle. It's Moffitt. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play. Pass complete for a first down. The offense gets a fresh set of downs. Back to throw again. Delivers quickly to the left side.
nice.
That run is incomplete. Second down after that previous.
That's his last game.
Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. Short pass finds the tight end. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play. Third down and short in this championship game on the 9th play of the drive. And the back gets the football. It's a good effort on the run, but the defense stops him just short of the marker. 4th down now. The Tigers will come to the line on 4th down, looking to keep the drive going. Needs a completion here on 4th down. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. That moves the football inside the 40, and it's another first down. A new set of downs after that completion. They'll hand it off. Runner finding some space there. That's a solid gain on the ground. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Quarterback set with the football. Spinning out of the tackle. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw it on first down. Short connection with a tight end here.
What
Really
the
solid
fuck?
just short of the marker, so maybe a chance here to take a downfield shot. Here comes a crucial second down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone.
There we go.
I like the aggressive call here by this offensive coordinator trying to throw the football on second inches, maybe catch the defense snapping. The quarterback lost track of time in the pocket. Now it's a much friendlier third down for this defense.
Grab down the middle. It's Wade. They make the stop just short of the marker. It's going to be 4th down and inches to go. And the field goal unit coming on the field. And it sails right through the middle of the uprights. Solid kick. Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now.
Chris, they get the 3 points, but looking back at it, 4th and inches. Pretty conservative call there. I really thought they would have gone for it.
He's going to return it from near the goal line. And the coverage team brings him down at the 26. And the Kentucky offense
take your time.
Last possession, they were stopped on a 4th down try. Can they get something going here?
What?
Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep.
We're not doing this like Kentucky.
But I bet this secondary is going to play a little bit deeper just to make sure they don't get hit on any deep throws later in this game.
He stopped out at the 42. That's a solid game, getting closer to midfield. 1st down and 10. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Quick completion to the tight end. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass. What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. And he dumps it off to the tight end. Tackle, but 1st down. A new set of downs after that completion. 1st down. We're going to throw the football. Locates the tight end. It's complete. And he's tackled, but only...
I guess we give it to our tight end.
A new set of downs after that completion. Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. He makes the grab. Tackle finally made down at the 13-yard line. Kentucky has moved into the red zone now. 1st down, we're going to throw the ball. This one sails through the back of the end zone and incomplete.
That ball just seemed to sail him. You got to make sure to give your receiver a chance to be able to come down with a catch and bounce, because in today's game, man, these receivers make catches like this all the time. And if you put the ball out of bounds, you're not going to give them that opportunity.
The offense was moving well, but 2 incompletions sets up 3rd and 10.
The quarterback did all he could here to wait until the last possible moment, but he waits just a hair too long, which allows the defense to actually hit him as he throws the ball.
He made it. 3 points on the board. And we're all tied up now.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards late. And he stopped at the 18.
We ain't going to weigh it like that.
Touchback would have been a better idea. So the first play of the drive coming up here. Under 3 minutes to play before half. Movement here from the tight end. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Extending the play now. He gets loose. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout before halftime. Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. It's an RPO. The quarterback gets it out quickly. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. 1st down. It's a 1st and 10 play coming up for the offense. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. And it's intercepted. Beautiful timing there.
But we'll weigh it like that.
After a good return.
Boy, great hands by the defender to take that ball away and pretty much steal it from the intended receiver. I don't know if I'd be targeting that defender very many more times.
So here we go. First play of the drive. Under 2 minutes before halftime. Makes a quick grab. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion. Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. And he'll set up to throw. And the pass is complete to the tight end. Brought down, but the completion.
Yeah, they don't trust, man.
Defense getting pushed back. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit. Fresh set of downs, 1st and goal. He's got it right near the end zone. And he's in. Touchdown, Wildcats. Well, they began with great field position, and that didn't take long at all.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an opportunity. Your defense sets you up in great field position. You're not looking for a field goal. You're looking for a touchdown. Give the credit to this offense for being aggressive and punching it in.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. PAT makes it a 7-point lead. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Looks like the returner will try and field this one. And the return is brought down by the coverage team there.
Return backfires on him. Now their offense is stuck with the ball inside their own 10.
Off the play fake, looking to throw on 1st down. Caught over the middle, it's Moffitt. Tackle made, but it moves the ball to 25 as they try to get this drive going. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Looking for his big tight end. Catch is made down the middle. Tackle's made, but not before he makes the 33-yard line. This drive is going now. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. Breaks one tackle, gets brought down, but picks up some decent yardage. And a timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. Throwing up play action. Throw to the running back in the flat. And he's brought down, but they went backwards after the completion. Good work by the defense. 3rd down play here out of the shotgun. Oh, that one's picked off. Brought down after a short return. The interception gives the offense the football at the 40.
Boy, we're just hearing this first half, and this defense is all over it. That's their 2nd interception. Good job of pressuring the quarterback, making him uncomfortable, and forcing the ball into coverage.
They make the tackle, but not before he reaches the 37. The offense will call a timeout. That's their 2nd of the half. That completion good for a 1st down. The offense working with a new set of downs here. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Ball is incomplete. A lot of heat on that throw. Getting set. Here's 2nd down. After the incompletion on 1st down, we're going to throw it again. Pass is going to be incomplete. He was really lucky to avoid the big there. Had the big play to start the drive, but now 2 incompletions. They face a 3rd and 10. It's a quick tackle. Tackle made at the 26-yard line. This offense getting closer to the red zone. Kentucky getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. And the player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout or then check him out. Catch made by the tight end. And he's run out after a big gain. The offense will be set up with a 1st down and goal. The defense backed up against their own end zone. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Breaks the catch. Can he get in? Tackle after the completion down at the 1-yard line.
Boy, tight windows is always down here. They have trust in throwing it. They just have to be smart.
Solid gain puts him in good position for 2nd down and goal. The pocket breaking down. Myers all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Kentucky.
Great job here by this quarterback, not forcing the throw. No plays open. Does it himself, able to use the speed that he has to get to the end zone for this touchdown.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. With the extra point, the lead is 14. So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with a touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop. It's a squib kick picked up by one of the blockers on the return team. He's brought down at the 37 after a strong return. So they start the drive off with some late fireworks here, less than 30 seconds before halftime. Checks this down to the running back. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just 1 or 2 plays here before halftime. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. Great throw. Catch made on the out route. And the defense able to bring him down. And that should just about do it for this first half of play. And now they'll just clock it to freeze the time. Looks like the final play of the half coming up. Looking to pass here on second down. They can't come up with it there, and that's going to do it. Time runs out in the first half. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Chris, the battle for the most coveted trophy in all of college football has been fierce. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line.
Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. They need to get things going here in the third quarter, already trailing by a couple possessions. Quick pass to the flat to a receiver.
And with that, let's send it back to Chris and Kirk and the booth, fellas. Hard to believe we're only 1/2 away from crowning a national champion.
And the quarterback keeps it on the option. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And the Tigers hustle to the line and run the hurry up. Back, looking to throw for it on third down. Catch made in space. Look out. They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to 39.
That's another accurate throw by this quarterback. And Chris, when we did our prep to get ready for the national championship, we all knew that this quarterback potentially could have a big day. But I didn't expect him to get into this kind of zone. This guy cannot miss. Just having one of those dream performances.
Off the play fake, looking to pass it. Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. And he's shoved out of bounds with the defense short of the first down marker. Urgency now for the offense that hates to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. Grab down the middle, it's Fuentes. Now playing enough for a first down. The offense set up at the 43.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
It's a nice wrap up there by the junior. Coming up for this offense. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Takes the handoff again. And they'll stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Play number 8, this championship game drive, and they face third down and short. Wants to throw it. Running back has it on a screen now. Make the stop, but good enough for a first down at the 29. Clemson getting set with a 1st and 10 now.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert, come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
They bring him down, but a solid game there in first down. Looks to be just inches short of the mark. Quarterback looking at a pass here on second down. Lets it go quickly. Pump over the middle. It's Wade. They finally stop him, but that gain is good for a 1st and goal. The Tigers trying to punch it in. It's 1st and goal. Keep it on the ground, trying to power in for the touchdown. And he fights into the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson. Who says you need explosive plays, Kirk? That was a long, grinding scoring drive.
And think about this. This is a national championship, and you're able to execute like that against this quality of a defense, and that is a great job by the coordinator and the quarterback being in sync and putting together a heck of a drive.
So after putting up a touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee to bring the football to the 25-yard line. And here comes the Kentucky offense back out there. On the run, it's James. And they'll stop him after a short gain.
You know, in that era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example of defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Offense will try to convert a 3rd and long on the 27. We'll see if the defense brings the blitz. Short throw complete to the tight end. They make the stop just short of the first. Looks like inches to go, and now 4th down. Offense is going to roll the dice and go for it inside their own 40. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. And he'll get the 1st down yards before they finally bring him down. A new set of downs after that completion. Hands off to the 45. That play moves the ball across midfield, and he set it for the 1st down at the 41. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. And looking to throw down on 1st down. He's going to take off. They bring him down just short of the mark, inches away from the 1st down.
Boy, the defense trying to get after this quarterback. I love the concept. I love the idea. Here, they don't give up the big play. They prevent him from getting out and picking up huge yards.
Running with purpose. The freshman is brought down after a really solid run there. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout when they check it out. Kentucky now operating in the red zone. On 1st down, why not keep it on the ground? Slams right into a wall. They got him for a loss. And a player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. And it's caught! Touchdown, Wildcats! So a long, methodical scoring drive. Great execution with championship pressure.
Man, this is the biggest stage that you can play on. You're in the national championship, and drives like that are going to wear down the opponent physically and mentally. This wasn't an accident. They were very intentional in how they worked their way down the field, and it pays off in the end.
Now they line up to kick the extra point. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead.
That makes the score Kentucky 31, Clemson 17.
Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. And for the first play of the drive, they'll set up at the 16. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Running back grabs it on the screen. He brings it down, but he reaches the 30-yard line.
I'm not gonna lie, they knew he could too.
Time to throw the football, and he makes
They just do. We just picked the ball 2 times.
They had to take away his ability to throw the football downfield, but it's the receivers and their plays after the catch that's really giving them a hard time.
And that completion puts him over 300 yards passing today.
Yeah, anytime a quarterback has a day like this, really it all has to come together with the offensive line play, the receivers running these great routes, and he's just in sync. He's kind of in that zone right now. He'll be the first one to tell you how much his teammates have helped him out today.
Clemson getting set for the 1st and 10 coming up. Stop, but not before a solid gain that time. Now offense will set up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw yet again. That's Carr. It's Wade. They bring it down to the 13. This offense really threatening now to score. It'll be 1st down. They come up on 1st down. Clock running. Final minute here of the 3rd quarter. From inside the red zone, they're looking to throw. Grab down the middle. It's Fuentes. Brought down, but the completion moves the ball down to the 4. So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. They keep him guessing with a run. They bring him down short of the end zone, but this will set up a 1st and goal. And the Tigers will line up now. It's 1st and goal. On the ground, trying to muscle it across the line. And he goes nowhere. Stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2nd down and goal. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Looking to set up a screen pass here. Brought down, but the catch moves the ball all the way down to the 1. Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. He decides to keep it here. And he's wrapped up short of the marker there as the time runs down here in the 3rd quarter. And now the defense will call a timeout here. There's something they didn't like about that look. And they'll make an adjustment for this important play. So the coach will decide to settle for 3 points here. Out comes the field goal unit. Knocks that one right down the middle. And they tack on 3 on the final play of the 3rd quarter. Looks like a man is down in the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. Well, Kirk, Kentucky has the lead here. We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter in this national championship battle that has lived up to the hype. Before the final period, let's check out the game stats. Now they get set to kick it away. Fields it just outside the goal line. Tackled at the 22. Good job by the coverage team. And the Kentucky offense is back out on the field. A beautiful balanced drive reached the end zone last time. Can they keep it going here? They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Yeah, I like the run play here. And offensively, at this point in the game, you want to remain in that attack mode first, while also staying in bounds and working that clock.
Looking for a gap. It's James. He'll be smothered right at the line for no gain. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. It's a short completion of a big tight end. And that is a 1st down gain. Moves the ball to the 40.
Well, the defense gets these guys to 3rd down. They got a chance to get them off the field, and instead they give up the 1st down. So the clock will continue to move, and the defense is really at the mercy of this offense at this point.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Offense behind the 6 now on 2nd and 11 after the 1-yard loss.
Boy, these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game, because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
Grinding away with a running game.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
On the shotgun, it's a handoff. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. 3rd down play now, trying to keep this impressive drive going. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. It's a short completion of the tight end. The gain is not enough for 1st down, so it brings up a 4th and short.
Chris, great effort here by this defense to keep him short of the 1st down. Now they've got a tough decision to make here on this 4th down and short.
4th down, looking to throw for it. Short pass, finds the tight end. They make the tackle there, but a penalty marker is on the field. Let's see what that's about. Solid gain on the play there, wiped out by the penalty flag. And the punt team makes its way onto the field. No fair catch, looking to make a return here. And they've got the returner corralled. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. Hot over the middle, it's Moffitt. They stop the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play.
Boy, he has such great size. I just love this play call on 1st and 10. The defense is expecting a run. Instead, you go play action, and you throw it to the big man for some positive yards on 1st and 10.
The Tigers come to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, this quarterback puts it to the big man once again. And I tell you, the matchup with this tight end against this secondary, you know, if they put a corner on him, he's too small. If they put a safety on him, he's too slow. They've been able to find those one-on-one matchups and allow this tight end to have a monster game in the national title.
They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Looking for a late deep shot. Intercepted in the end zone, but the officials signaling out of bounds. A huge break for the offense. Timeout on the field. The coach wants the officials to take another look at that one. Thinks he might get another return.
Oh!
So the challenge doesn't work. That'll cost the head coach a timeout. We'll see if that comes into play later in the ballgame. Offense comes to the line for 3rd down off the incompletion. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Tight end makes the grab. Looks like Clemson will have the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line here with the clock running. Looking to throw it on 1st down. Grab down the middle. It's Wade. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play. They'll crank up the tempo here with the clock ticking down. 2nd down. Caught near the sticks. It's Wade. They make the tackle, but that's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 34. 1st down. Clock stops in 1 moment, but no hurdle here. They've got to hurry. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Over the middle, it's Fuentes. And the coach quickly calls timeout after the play, trying to hold on to as much time as possible. That completion makes it 2nd and short. Caught near the sticks, it's Fuentes. And he'll head out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for a 1st down. Clemson getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Here comes a throw from the red zone. Catch made over the middle.
Well, you can tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that end route no matter what. He hits it for a nice gain.
Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Caught near the goal line. Tackle made at the 1-yard line, but it'll be 1st and goal. And the Tigers line up with a 1st and goal. And the player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. Touchdown, Tigers. Great catch when they desperately needed it.
Chris, they did what they had to do with his touchdown here. Now with under a minute to go, you got to get that onside kick to give yourself a real shot.
And he makes the catch in the end zone. The 2-point try gets them within a field goal now. I believe they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. And a hand seems all over that to make the recovery.
Good call here to go with this onside kick. It looked like they may have a shot to be able to come up with this recovery. Unfortunately, they don't, and this could wrap up the ball game.
That's it. It's official. We have our national champions. They're the last team standing at the top of the mountain curve. National champions.
Well, it's been so much fun to watch this team play all year long. They've had some challenging moments. They've been able to